All right, well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to what is, for now, a beautiful, sunny September morning in Somerset. We are refueling the Renault. We've been busy over the last few days with this thing. It did a lot of work for us, so we need to fill her up. And looks like we should be pretty good there now, actually. Let's just make sure. Perfect. Okay, so we've got the bale trailer on the back. Reason for that being is that we are off to go, and well, we're not going to get any bales carted yet. We are in a big job, biggest job that we've taken on so far, and it's a little bit of a stretch for some of my gear, but it's a big hay job at the moment. And I think I've decided as well, we'll come back to this at some stage, but this gateway is going to change. I'm going to move its location, but for right now, we're a bit tight there, but we're through. We're going to a field that was probably about 25-30 acres. This is the third contract that we've got on the go at the moment. Two of them are done, but for reasons I'll get into shortly, they haven't been collected yet. And this one's a big one. This one's worth quite a lot of money. So we are about a third of the way finished baling. We've been hindered a little bit with weather. So we stopped baling yesterday, and there's a little bit left on the floor thrown around. So we're going to jump on in, and we will get it raked up now, and then we can get it baled and get it all carted away at some stage there. So that's on the list of things to do. We've been backwards and forwards to this field so many times, I have forgotten already, it seems. It's just absolutely bonkers, but it is what it is. And hopefully, like I say, this will allow us to really make some good grounds. But I've been a bit crazy. I've spent a lot of money of late. Some things which were necessary. We have a second shed now in the yard, which is good. Another $10,000 shed, which is a good thing. Well, I spent a lot of money on something I didn't think I was going to do there, but what this contract has shown me is that it's just necessary. And we've been doing a lot of handling work of late as well, so this just makes more sense. But I have bought a telehandler. It's a Schaefer. It's back at the yard. We'll have a look at it when we get back over there. But it was on a great deal. It was on sale. So it cost me about £29,000. So right now we don't have much money left at all. But the good news is, and I'll show you in a moment on the contracts, I have a lot of money tied up in contracts that we're about to finish. When they get finished, that will pretty much get us back up to parity where we were. Well, that is the idea. You'll see that the Ford's down here with the bale already. And you'll see that we've got the headlands done. And we've got a little chunk out the middle. We stopped doing any more because, it was just getting to the point where it looked like the weather wasn't going to be with us. So we didn't take any more. And this Renault is going to go on to the rake now. And we can get this field ready to go, really. So that is the plan. And then, right now we have a lot of bales around, not only on contracts. This is the only field of contract bales that we have left to clear. The rest of them have all been taken. And then we have our own straw and our own silage has been baled up as well and wrapped up. That needs to be brought back to the yard as well. Now I do need to get a new bale grab so I can actually handle those without puncturing them. That's on the to-do list. But right now, we just need to get this field finished. It's a big field. It is a brute of a field there. There's no denying it. So it's going to take a little bit of working through. Like I say, we've done... we took 6 headlands off here, and then we've also got a little chunk out the middle too. So, we've broken the back of it a little bit. And we'll get this done. So we're going to go in this way here. And try and get this rolling up as quickly as possible. And so we can get in the baler. Then we'll take this back with the rake on, park that one up. And then we'll probably bring the loader down so we can get some bales stacked, I think. That is the idea. We did sell the 3-point linkage loader that we had because it was just, with the amount of bales that we are moving now, it's getting a little bit, just a little bit impractical, really. So it made sense for us just to move away from that option. We'll see how we get on. Surely it's going to be a big investment and will allow us to really kind of expand out our operation to a few different areas should we need to. And also with cultivation work coming around, like we needed some for fertilizer to shift that around, and also to load bags of seed and things like that. So lots of reasons behind it. It just seems like we've spent a lot of money of late. We've gone from being comfortably at about 100 grand. With a few changes there, we're now sitting just at around £12,000 in the bank account. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting time coming up for sure. But yeah, like I say, we'll get a few more contracts underway. Hopefully there's 3 more baling gigs I'm going to try and get on a lot smaller fields than this one as well, which would be handy because, yeah, like I say, this is probably just a bit of a stretch for our gear. You know, bigger mowers, the tether's fine, but a bigger rake, bigger baler as well would probably be great. But you know, the aim was that we're going to stay on smaller stuff. But this one came around through the owner of one of the small fields that we did previously. And so, you know, couldn't really turn it down because we want to stay in the good graces there. So, which is what we've done, which is handy. So we will hopefully continue to stay that way and get some more of these smaller gigs coming through as and when. And then we'll be able to expand the empire over a little bit more time. The greenhouses are in. We just need to get a few little bits and pieces to get those going as well. One of the sheds is finished. The other one just has the A-frame up there, but it will come together fairly quickly, I have no doubt. And then, yeah, we should be good. So it's very interesting to see, you know, the direction we're going to be taking here and start to think about the next stages, next equipment that we might need. But, you know, for that, there's, of course, lots for us to get going through with still. But what I think we'll do is just, we're also going to navigate through these bales. I should have pushed these over to the side, but I was just more keen than anything else to get it done because it was getting a little bit touch and go with some of the weather. So, but we'll get this road up as much as we can and then get this back on over to the other yard, park it up there and get the baling going there. So we'll show you what we've got over at the yard there in just a moment and then we can take it from there and discuss the plans. Right now, like I say, we're on with the rake. We'll keep going through some of this, see how we get on, and yeah, you know, it's busy at the moment, but that's the way you want to be. We jumped straight on into the board to get baling while the weather was good. Everything looked fit. We didn't need to waste any more time. It's going through quite nicely, really. Just a few acres left to go. And then we'll be all good. Quite a number of bales on here as well. So it's going to take some stacking up. I don't know, based on how the contracts work here. Obviously, there's always a few bales left over. I don't know what it's going to look like here. But what we're going to try and do is take one very full load away first. And then we'll see what we're looking like from there. Because that might already do with what we've already sold elsewhere. So we'll have to see. But yeah, we've got about half a dozen rows left to go. Fair number of bales scattered around the place. That's going to be a busy old afternoon, getting those carted away before the rain comes again. Got juice and more today. I was very little bit late last night, but not a great deal. But there's certainly more on the way, more planned. But yeah, look at the size of this swath. Very slowly begin to kind of drag and wrap up on the pickup hitch there, and a little bit as well underneath, so we've got to be careful and keep an eye out for that one. Otherwise, all tractors flying along here. We're gathering up the hours pretty quickly on this Ford as well. The Renault's had about 5 hours put into it so far, so that's kind of kicking them up there. A lot of mowing and hay work with that. So yeah, lots of progress being made really at the moment, which is good. Alright, so yeah, we'll get this one done, and then, like I say, we'll take one of these machines back. I'm not sure which one first. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. And then we'll bring the new loader down as well, so we can get that one all set up, ready to go. And then we should be in a much better position to really take advantage of this and get moving. I do need to hire in a drill at some point and a cultivator as well, so we can get a bit of a start on our own ground. That is going to be important that we get that going sooner rather than later. But we'll try and plan around that one effectively. But yeah, we'll get this all finished up now anyway, and then we'll get back on over to the yard and show you the new gamble and get this show on the road a bit further. Alright, and well, that is the field done. Quite a bit of hay on there, and it's going to lead to a lot of stacking and carting, but hopefully very lucrative to get the farm back up to where we should be. So let's get ourselves back in. Away we go, I suppose. Just decided to take this one because why not, really? There we go, pick up this down. Yeah, take this back. This one probably needs a bit more diesel in it as well anyway, so we can take that back on over and get ourselves all set up there, ready to go. Nothing else is on the deck at the moment, and we'll get this field cleared. Go and get a check for the contracts that we worked on anyway there, and get ourselves all set up there, and then we should be fine. But yeah, at the moment there, this is all the last of the work. What we do need to do is clear up bales. I've got all of the bales for this contract here. I've got our silage bales that we need to stack, as I mentioned. Straw to stack, because we're not going to sell those all straight away. We want to wait to see when we can actually get rid of them. What it looks like. We've also got another field of our own grass to cut. I think that might go into hay. Just to have a little bit of variation in what we're going to be selling. But yeah, we'll see how that looks, really. You know, we can see when the phone starts to ring about what we can do for prices and what we can sell there, but that will be the preferred option. I do want to do a bit more work around the yard. I'll show you what we've done and what we've changed as well. The hens have been a bit productive since we got them in as well, which is great. But there is a little bit of scope really for us to get a bit more money from them. But also, we're just gonna go over the road here. We just need to change the layout because the gateway's proven to be a little bit tricky to get in and out of now that we've got a big hole in it somehow, which I think came from when we rehomed and moved the apple trees here, which by the way have started bringing in a little bit of money, which is great. That is always very welcome to see. And we'll just spin this into here. I need to go out on the truck soon as well and pick up a few things for the farm as well. We need to sort out the water source so we can get the greenhouse going too. That's one last thing we need to look into. But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe bringing a bit more of an enhanced entrance through those two tree posts there, really. Certainly what I'm thinking of, at least. But anyway, into the yard we go. Little stack of silage bales have started there, but I really wanted to make sure that we weren't piercing them and get a proper bale grab, so I have to do that. Combine's not moved yet. We need to get that brought down. That's obviously finished for now. Yeah, we will see. We're getting there though. It's a small yard at the moment, but we don't really need anything bigger. And there it is. There is our gamble. Can you believe it or not there? That is our new loader. It's a Schaefer. It's nice and small and handy and compact for what we need, but can still lift a good weight on the front of it. But we went for it. It's much easier to load up with this than it is with what we had already. And it should be nice and agile around the farm here too. So yeah, we've gone for it. We'll see how we get on, but yeah, I'm happy with it so far. What we've done with it at the moment. As you can see out here, we've got straw to move, so that needs to get stacked up probably into one of these sheds. One shed is finished, the other one just needs a roof now. But yeah, we're gonna have to get a little bit creative with how we store some equipment in here because we are using up quite a bit of space for just a tether. So we'll have a look, see when we get everything finished here from a harvest standpoint, then we can have a play around. The combines have to come in as well, like I mentioned there, and things have to be moved around here, but we'll get that one done. But yeah, it's nice to have a yard that's kind of coming together. So what we're going to do, we'll probably leave the Ford right around here for now, to be honest. We can maybe even, yeah, we'll just get that moved out of the way a touch. Because ultimately, we do need to come up with a load there, but we're going to head off. We're going to go back down to where we've come with the loader. Yeah, we can get going again once more. But yeah, I didn't really want to do this. I thought we'd get by. Many of you would be screaming, well, why didn't you just get a front loader? But tractors I have don't really fit it very well. The Ford could, but I want that to keep that agile as possible without loader on there. And this was 28, 29 grand. New loader and everything goes with it. It's about 5 or 6 grand. And then, you know, you've got to always think about which tractor you're taking down to load things up with. And the amount of bale work that we're doing right now, you know, this will pay for itself there. So I am very, very confident of that. And we will see, you know, hopefully that will be the case then. We'll be able to make, really start to get this to make its own money. And we'll take it from there. But for right now, at least, we're going to get some bales stacked up and get this ready to go. And hopefully we're going to bring in a bit more money. If I just stop here and show you what we're looking like as well from a contract perspective, because that is where it accounts really at the moment. We got these 3 on the go. This one and this one. Well, this one's 99% finished, can you believe? But these ones were all well done as well. The field that we're in right now is 33, which is nearly complete. So, you know, one good trailer load will probably finish off those 2 contracts, I'm hoping. So if that is indeed the case, we can expect to see a bit more progress there. So we'll have a lot of bales of hay left over, which we might just sell straight off the bat just to get it done. And then we can, move on, recoup some money, get that bank balance looking an awful lot healthier, and then see what's left in store for us next. So we'll do that. But for right now, we're going to get cracking. Let me know what you think down below in the comments as to what we should do next as well in terms of a bit of growth, and what you think of our lovely little loader here, and if I was a bit of an idiot for making the move here. Part of me regrets it, part of me thinks it'll pay off in the long run. But let me know down below. Anyway, thank you very much for watching as always. If you haven't enjoyed and you've yet to do so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more as well. I've been Simulation for the Nation, and we'll see you all in the next one. Catch you later.